Welcome back to Motorcycle Brothers. So today I want to introduce the 9th generation 2022 Yamaha R1 60th anniversary of the World MotoGP. Also, I have a couple of 2nd generation R1s from 2000 and the little brother, the R3 2023. This is a special bike, the 60th World Anniversary Yamaha, the 9th generation. It's a motorcycle that is very uncomfortable riding. I'm not gonna lie, but it's always been like that. Since the 1st generation of R1, the Yamahas, the riding position is very aggressive. One of the things that I would say about the 9th generation of R1 is the tallest bike on the 1000 cc's. Compared to the other Japanese bikes, this is at 33.7 inches. So if I go on the bike and you see my feet, I'm pretty much like barely touching the floor, and I'm 5'7". So this is kind of like a bike for someone like is 6 foot, unless you don't care and you just, once you're driving, once you're riding, it doesn't matter your height, but definitely it's a motorcycle that is tall, okay? You can lower it like a couple of inches, but still it's pretty tall. Riding position, very, I would say I would do 100 miles, maybe no more than that. But comparing to the oldest generations of R1, they're like at 32.3 inches. So it's a little bit more comfortable for me, even in the riding position. So if I go on this bike, I have like half of my foot on the floor, more relaxed. Compared to that one, the riding position is much better, but I can tell you that in the 90s, this was a very aggressive position compared to the Suzuki and Honda and Kawasaki. Still a great historic bike. I have fun riding this bike. And for those who are looking to something in the middle, the Yamaha released the Yamaha R9, which is kind of like a 600. It's a 900 cc, but it's more like a 600 in horsepower. And it's a great bike right in the middle. You know, we have such a gap with the R7 and the R1, being the R7 like 70 horsepower and the R1 almost 200. So the R9 is gonna come to be on the 117 horsepower, a lot of torque, pretty similar to the R6, okay? And one thing that I wanna tell you, like, we don't know what's gonna happen with the R1. Pretty much in 2025, Yamaha is not gonna bring the R1 to Europe. So that means it's gonna be only the US market and the other countries. And maybe for Yamaha, it's gonna be hard to keep producing the R1 if the sales keep going down. So that's why the R9 is here. I think 200 horsepower is a lot of power. 197 200 power is a lot of power. So maybe people are not interested in buying something that big or spending $18,000 on a bike. Okay, the R9 is coming like at 12,500, which is gonna be more affordable, much better bike than the R7. And for those who maybe they wanna start with a smaller bike, I start with a 250. We have the R3, which is like 320 cc, and it's a very comfortable bike, 30.7 inches. For me, it's spectacular. I have I'm pretty much relaxed. Riding position is amazing. It's like a 42 horsepower. compared to these giants and super performance bikes, this is a very comfortable bike, maybe for a wife that wants to ride with the husband close by, or for someone that is starting, this is gonna be a perfect bike. Or the R7. I would say for beginners, the R3 is a great bike to start. So we love at Motorcycle Brothers Yamaha, as you can tell, and it's amazing to have the World 60th anniversary MotoGP with the colors of the heritage of the 60s. Our Yamahas that they won championships in the World MotoGP. Thank you again for watching Motorcycle Brothers. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.